Hey everybody, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Grace, and today I am going to the local music store, Consolidated Music. Can you enter in claps? Woohoo! No, like, can you put them in? And today I'm going to Consolidated Music. This video is definitely super special. I grew up going to Consolidated and trying to play every instrument ever made, almost, since the age of 6. I have taken lessons with almost every teacher that they have there. At this moment, I play the drums with the greatest man that's ever lived. His name is Don, but we are going to meet the owner, Jeff. He is amazing. We're just gonna learn a little bit about him and his past. He's super interesting and a really good time, and he's super nice, and we'll show you around. Sorry, I'm looking at it as I'm talking to you. That's what's happening. Jeff! I have been involved with going to Consolidated since I was 6 years old. My first guitar was a heart-shaped guitar. That was cool. And yeah, I take guitar lessons as well with a guy named Dan. And I take voice lessons with a lady named Katie, and she's really cool. When I was younger, I was involved in their Rockstar 101 program. Basically, they put a bunch of kids in all different ages with around the same musical ability in one band, and you pick songs, you practice them, and then we would perform them at Penny Road Pub. I definitely think that doing that at such a young age definitely helped give me more confidence, and it made me feel really good about myself. I think music cures all kinds of sadness. I think there was an article that just came out by Fender, and they said that they have sold more guitars in the year 2020 than any year ever, just because everyone's at home and not having a lot to do, so why not play an instrument? I know I'm the kind of person that I can't just watch a video online and learn how to play an instrument. I have to have a teacher one-on-one to just help me and keep up with me. Otherwise I lose focus way too fast. So I'm sure that there's other people out there that want to take lessons but don't know if anything's open or available, and Consolidated is. And it's a good time. They're relaxed, but they want kids to succeed, and I think right now kids don't need tons of pressure, but they need someone who's going to talk to them and help them learn, and that's all what they're about. They have in-person lessons along with Zoom lessons. Jeff will talk more about that as well. But as I said, he just pulled in, so let's go meet Jeff.
Consolidated Music of Barrington, in business here in town since 1974. I bought the business from the original owner in 1996, and so that's a pretty long time to be selling guitars and teaching students and meeting all the musical needs of the people of this town.
Were you working at Consolidated in the 70s before?
I was working, I managed the store from the late 70s on, and then had the opportunity to buy the store. And even though I didn't have much money, I said, I'll give it a try. I might get rich.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened, unfortunately, but it's been fun. It's been good. I know where my next meal's coming from.
So during the time that you've owned it, did you teach lessons from when you started?
I was a guitar teacher before I came to Consolidated. I really have not taught on any kind of regular basis at Consolidated. Sometimes somebody will ask me if I would give them a few lessons, and I'll do that. I'll just not even charge them. Just here, do this, do that. Okay.
That's awesome.
So I haven't been a teacher here, but my heart is really with the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
I taught for a few years. I know the challenges of that, and so the teachers we have here, we have 12 instructors here now, and of course over the years we've had other ones that come and go, but I want to see the teachers do well. I want them to all drive new cars and have shiny new instruments and all that, and that's one of my goals.
That's incredible. What instruments do you have here? What kind of teachers and what do they teach?
Oh, okay. We're a guitar-based store
Mm-hmm.
in terms of sales and that. But we do teach guitar, we teach ukulele, piano, voice, saxophone, and all the woodwind instruments. We teach drums and percussion, harmonica, bass guitar, violin.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of, about the only thing we don't have is trumpet and brass teacher, and I would have that, but I just don't have much demand for it, so I haven't enrolled a teacher for that, but
Gotcha.
we teach most everything
That's
in
awesome.
terms of instruments. Yeah.
Were you in a band, like growing up and everything?
Yeah, I started playing with my brother. I have a twin brother, and we started goofing around in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, for people who remember, we really liked this group, the Smothers Brothers. You ever hear of them?
Mm-mm.
That's way before your time. Okay, they were the silly kind of brothers, and they did this kind of folk song comedy kind of thing, and we like learned all of that stuff, and we just used to goof around with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but then that led into actually learning more real songs, you know. And we came of age during kind of the folk music scare in the '60s, you know. So in high school we worked up a bunch of stuff. We played in coffee houses and things like the Women's Garden Club and church basements. Me and my brother just wailing away.
That's awesome.
Now, my brother had the great voice. He went on to get a master's degree in voice performance. Me, I'm okay. I was a guitar player. We harmonized well together, and so it was an act, you know. And in college, I played in bands when I went to college, rock bands.
Oh, cool.
In the '60s, and then after that, I got out of college and kept on with the music and the guitar. And then all through the '80s into the '90s, I had my own group, and we played at, you know, weddings, parties, bars, anywhere that would pay us to play. And we went all over Chicago and the suburbs for many years and did a lot of that kind of work.
Were you always in this area around like
Yeah.
the suburbs of?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm an Illinois boy.
Fantastic.
All the way.
So right now we're in like a little weird time in the world, and you have some teachers that teach in studio, but you do have some on Zoom as well, right?
Yes, we do. It is a very weird time, something I never projected might happen, but we're working through it. And yeah, just as you say, some teachers are only doing online. You know, they have their particular situations.
Mm-hmm.
Some teachers are doing a hybrid, where I'm trying to get more people right now to come into the store.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been going okay the last few weeks. We're getting more response there. So more people are coming in. They're feeling, you know, like, okay, we're staring at the screen at home all day with the school.
Yeah.
We have to do something to get out of the house, you know. And so I'm hearing a lot of that sentiment.
That's awesome.
And they're bringing some kids in. And
yeah, no, that's great.
and adults. We have a lot of adult students here too.
And then a big thing right now is I think everyone's kind of struggling with like their whole like mental state and whatnot. And I feel like music totally helps
Mhm.
with that. And I just was wondering if you would want to like just touch on like music for like the soul and how it's like here. I know I've been coming here since I was a little girl, and I
Right.
feel like whenever anything was wrong and I would come to a lesson, it would change how that day
Yeah.
went.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And I think people come in here for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people come in, you know, a young kid comes in and mom wants them to learn piano or guitar. Okay, fine, to get enriched, you know. So that's great, they come in, and then some of the kids, usually about age 12, 13, they get a little more serious about their music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they get into high school, middle school, high school, they're in theater productions, they're in the choir, they're in that. So they'll really kind of more buckle down and take it more seriously. And then the adults come in, and we're seeing more and more like retirees
Okay, yeah.
come in here, and guys say, well, now I have the time to really dig into my guitar playing, let's go for it, you know.
Yeah.
And to them, they're really enjoying it, you know.
For
because
sure.
you know, they've worked hard their whole lives, they never had really time to devote to music, but now they do, and they really get into it. So, you know, people come in here for different reasons, but it's always something that is enriching their soul. We offer, we teach the private lessons, of course, every day, but then we do some group lessons as well. And one of those is Rockstar 101, which Grace was a wonderful participant in, one of our all-time stars of Rockstar 101. And that where we take kids, usually age 10 to 15, and teach them how to play together in a rock band. So we've been doing that 12 years. It's been very successful. One thing I've learned there is parents love nothing more than to see their kids perform. They get so much out of it, you know, they become players. You know, they've been taking lessons for so many years, and now they're putting it into a real world context.
Right.
And to understand what it's like to play with a group, play in a band. And we've had some just fantastic experience with a lot of kids through that program. Yeah. And then we do one other program with the younger kids, the Start Me Ups, where they're, you know, 7, 8-year-old, and throw them all together and teach them to play together, and that's a lot of fun too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you know, it's been a wonderful career for me. I mean, I've been in this business for 40-something years. I like coming to work every day. That's saying something, right?
For sure.
And it's always fun. I think I'm adding positive vibes to this community, and you know, we'll keep doing so as long as I can through this pandemic.